One reason for using Fiji is all the nice software which comes with it. What I'd like to demonstrate today is this 3D viewer. This is useful if the referring physician happens to visit and wants to see what you've done. This is a nice format to show things in. Okay, so I've already brought up a study, this particular study, and you can see because of the purple color that it has an analysis with it. This red one doesn't have, but most of them have analysis, and I'm going to use it rather than recalculate it. So I'll bring it up to show all. And now what I want to do is use this 3D viewer to show this. Okay, you can see that the build is blanked out because there's no name. I could just click on the fill, but I want to use something simpler. I want to call it just AAA. And I'll build it. This is the default. And here's the AAA, it's done. Now I'll bring out the plugin, 3D viewer. And here's my AAA. That's the one I want to bring up. And here's the data. Here you can see that the problem is it's on the raw. The data is on the wrong side. Here it's on the right side, and it's on the left side. And the reason is this 3D viewer expects the data to be foot to head. I mean, this data is head to foot. And since the data is inverted from its point of view, it gets the right and left mixed up. So as long as I know that's the problem, I can close this and close this and say, okay, I'm going to invert the image. And I can again 3D, and I'll call this BBB. And I can build it. Okay, now it's done. Here's my BBB, and again I bring up the 3D viewer. And up it comes with the BBB. This is what I want. And now the green is on the correct side because the data should have been inverted and wasn't inverted. Okay, the next thing to do is if I can improve this, I can not see this green pet activities very closely. Let's see if I can improve that. I go to the 3D and reduce the CT strength from 100% to 50%. And I'll call this CCC. 3D. And I can build it. And here's my CCC. Again, I bring up my 3D viewer. And lo and behold, CCC. Ask it to bring up that. And I can compare them side by side. And you can see that the CT part is shining out more clearly on account because of the CT part is attenuated. But since I'm primarily interested in the PET, I would prefer this to this. Okay, so let's erase the BBB and leave only the CCC. Now here the problem is this bloody bed. I want to get rid of that. If I look on this image, you can see the bed here. So let's go up. Okay, here I can see the arms. That's the edge of the field of view. And basically I want to get rid of this bed. To do that, I choose the polygon. basically chop off everything, which is chop off the bed. Okay, now I want to go up into edit, clear outside this region. What's outside the region? The bed. So I want to clear outside. They asked me if I want to clear all the images. Of course I do. Okay, the bed is gone. Now let's bring it up again and see if this bed is finally gotten rid of. And bring up plugins, 3D viewer. Up it comes with CCC. And here you can already see there's no bed. Okay, what I'd like to do is save this. This is interesting data. So there are a couple ways of doing that. The first obvious thing to do is File, Save. And ask me where to save. And I want to save Elan-Tem 3D results. Elan-Tem 3D results. Its file name is CCC. Save that. Okay, here it is. Now I could use this as is. The trouble is that I would like to read from CT to read the data. And this I have stored here. This is 3D. And I read, I see nothing. Why do I see nothing? Because this is not DICOM data. Okay? So I want to save this in DICOM format. So instead of using simple save, I'll go back again. I'll use save as, and I'll save as my DICOM. Here's my DICOM. Ask me where I want to save the results in the same position. And I can just use it as save DICOM as is. I don't have to change anything. And now I can see that I've got this folder, and inside the folder I've got the DICOM results. Okay, the important thing is if I go to here, this 3D format, now I see the DICOM data. And I see it in a more intelligent format. You got the patient name, the study name, the series name, the ID, and the date. Everything you need. So this you could bring up. In theory, you could embed this in the original position here, but that's fairly complicated. It's much easier just to take this and send it to the PACS. Let the PACS worry about it. Okay. Now this is essentially what I wanted to show with this particular image. So I can close this down. Close this down. And now what I want to do is show something different, a different format. I'll take this head and bring it up to here. It reads it. This is not DICOM format, but it reads it. Okay. So only the read from CD needs DICOM format. For other things, it's perfectly okay. Okay, now the plugins, 3D viewer. And here's SEDTIF. And here the problem is this headrest. It's sort of annoying. You know, if I look at the data, I've got this bloody headrest, which is not contributing anything. I want to get rid of that. In this, I could do the same clear outside, but here I can do something slightly nicer. Bring this up. Okay, here instead of using this polygon, I use a rectangle. And I'll do it here. I'm cutting off a bit of the ear, but I'm not including any of this headrest. So I'll do this. Now if I go up to image, now I can do crop. The crop crops out everything outside the rectangle. So I'll use crop, and there it is, without the ears cut off a bit. Now let's look at it again and see if it's improved. Bring up the 3D viewer. Head TIFF. And finally, this is what I want. And here I've cut off the ear a bit, but I can ignore that. And other than that, I don't see any trace of the headrest, which is good. This one I've done particularly well. And I could, in fact, save this to the packs if I wanted to. But this is essentially what I wanted to show.